Guess what? My favorite VPS manager is now available to install for free, and you'll be able to install several websites in one single VPS with this VPS manager. It's called ServerAvatar, and it's a light version that has a lot of perks for free. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Hey, what's up everyone? So this is ServerAvatar, and what it's meant to do is for you to buy a VPS and you'll be able to install this inside that VPS. This will enable you to install several websites inside of one VPS. So that means that you can install PHP sites, WordPress sites, applications, all from using this panel. I really love this, and this is what I use for my VPS. Now I have the full version, but this is the light version that I think is pretty good for free, all right? So in order for this to get installed, I'm going to show you to install it on a Hostinger VPS. Why? Because it has a one-click install to start using it right away. Now, before I show you that, let me show you the sponsor for this video, which is actually Hostinger. And I'm going to show you how to install it right from the purchase process. So if you are located in this link provided in the description, go to Services, VPS Hosting, and you'll be able to find the VPS plans available here. Now, depending on the amount of sites that you plan to install or the amount of resources needed for those websites, I recommend that you choose the correct VPS plan. If you plan to install 1 or 2 websites that doesn't have a lot of load, KVM 1 would be more than enough. But I would recommend KVM 2 or above depending on the amount of sites. So in this case, I'm going to choose this one because I'm going to show you how to apply a coupon code. Plus, you'll be able to install ServerAvatar straight from here. Now, the first thing that Hostinger is going to ask you is, how many months do you want to pay in advance? I recommend 24 months because you're going to lock in the lowest price and the lowest renewal price. Plus, this is the current price, but if you click on have a coupon code and type in my code or paste it in and apply it, the price is going to drop to $150.98, and that's for 2 years paid off. Now, in order for you to install ServerAvatar straight from the beginning, we have to jump into OS with panel, and we're going to choose ServerAvatar Lite. Let's go ahead and confirm. Let's go ahead and continue, and you go through the payment process, and ServerAvatar will be installed right from the beginning. Now, if you forgot to do this, if you selected a plain OS or maybe an application and you want to switch to ServerAvatar, that is possible. Go to VPSs, go to the VPS where you want to change the OS. In this case, I'll choose this one for testing purposes. Go to OS and panel, operating system, and select OS with panel, and select ServerAvatar from here and install it. Be aware that if you do this afterwards, it will wipe out anything that's in the VPS, which is totally fine unless you have websites there or something going on in that VPS. Don't do it in that case. Back up your sites first, okay? And once you do that, you'll get access to ServerAvatar straight from the VPS. So in this case, I have it installed right here, and I'm able to jump into my panel. ServerAvatar is going to enable me to install several websites inside of one VPS. So that means I don't have to stick with one single website. Now, this is the current VPS that I have ServerAvatar Lite installed. And the first thing I want to show you is the difference between Lite and the regular ServerAvatar. I think that what they are providing for free is definitely more than enough for most users. Okay, so these are central management, teams and sharing, site migrated and cloning, security features, notification integrations, backup and restore, support and troubleshooting. Now, these will be on the regular version, and yes, you can purchase that afterwards. But ServerAvatar Lite is more than enough. Now, if you want to install your first website, go ahead and jump into applications, go to create an application. In this section, give your application a name. We're going to do a test name here just for testing purposes. And we are going to use, for example, a one-click install. And this will enable us to install these applications with a one-click install. That means that it's going to be super easy. So if I plan to install a WordPress site, I go ahead and select it, fill out these details, and create the application. This will automatically create the WordPress application and the database needed for that application to work. Now, I go ahead and repeat this process, and I go ahead and install a brand new website. Now, the idea of this is for you to install this and get access to installing several websites. So let me go ahead and do this a random thing here just for testing purposes, because I'm going to show you all the amount of things that you can do inside of this application. And here we go. The application is now starting to process. Now, in this case, I used a random domain, but the idea is for you to use your own domain and point the DNS to this IP address in order for this site to work, okay? So in this case, let's go back into the main panel of ServerAvatar. I am going to go into applications, and in applications, I'll find a list of all the websites that I have installed in this VPS. So that means that if I want to edit this website, I go ahead and click on it, and then I get more details and more options for this installation. That means that this is the test domain. I can add a brand new domain here. I can switch it up. I can remove access, view users. I can do a WP login from here. I can turn it off. I can enable port access. I got a file manager for this WordPress site, the SSL certificate that I should go through the process of installing for this section, PHP settings if I want to change the version. In this case, 8.2 is the one available, so it's limited in that sense. I got logs and I got settings for this particular installation. And just like that, with all the installations that you do, you will have more settings inside of there. Now you have the databases. In this case, the database was created automatically for that installation. Application users, firewall, cron jobs, logs, services, and a whole lot of more things that are available right here. So I love ServerAvatar, and that's what I use for my live sites. Even though I do use the full version, this is a really great version in case you want to install your websites on a VPS, and you're not going to pay for a VPS manager, which is a fantastic thing. Because if you got cPanel Plus, then you got an additional month-to-month payment. So definitely having this for free and enables you to add several websites is a fantastic option. So definitely check it out. I'll be leaving a link to the Hostinger VPS, the coupon code, and if you want to jump into the paid version of the ServerAvatar version. So definitely worth grabbing. And if you want a VPS with several sites, this is the way to go. And that's a wrap.